Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to show you us and the dog and the van getting ready for our next European trip out to the Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg.
On the way down to the tunnel we've found a lovely campsite that we'll show you, which has got metered electric, and it's our first time to see how much it costs us for a few days on a campsite with electric. Good morning.
Morning. Bonjour, Mademoiselle Sullivan.
I'd be Madame Sullivan.
Madame Sullivan. Comment allez-vous?
What?
Does that not mean have a good day or something?
I can't remember.
We're going to do really well then, aren't we?
French clouds. It's a nice day. With environmental emission zones in 13 different European countries, it's important to check your vehicle's emissions before you travel. For us, we needed to check Belgium, Luxembourg and the Netherlands, and we used a website called urbanaccessregulations.eu. In Belgium, there are 3 cities that we needed to register our vehicle in before we travelled. Registration is free and only took a few minutes, and we needed a copy of our V5 to upload. In the Netherlands and Luxembourg there's no registration needed, but we also bought the Critère for France just in case.
We are overweight, well in more ways than one. In our last trip we managed to find a weighbridge in Spain. We weighed the van, fully loaded, water, us on board, etc. And we were right on the cusp, in fact slightly a few kilos over the 3,500 kilo weight limit. So we've also been accumulating more stuff. We decided we needed to drop some weight, comments, and at the same time create some more storage space. So what we've done is remove the 2 belted travel seats, which we don't use because there's only the 2 of us. That gives us lots more storage and saves us at least 50 kilos in weight, makes us legal even when carrying water. So I'm a happy bunny. That comes down.
Okay.
It's big and heavy and steel. And then once you've got the seat off underneath, we'll put the bolt, all 4 bolts through, lift that plate up and bolt it back up.
Okay. The moment of truth.
They're dangling through the 2 bolts, but I've got a steel plate this long, that wide. I've got to fit over the chassis back up to it with one hand, guide it over the 2 bolts coming through, and then get my nut and finger tighten them on, and then.
Now we have lots more room under there for storage.
At the time of getting ready for his next trip, we'd spent about 130 nights in the van out of about 150 nights ownership. So quite extensive use. So a good time to do a spring clean. So I used this stuff. Thetford Duo tank cleaner. So 3/4 of it goes in your waste tank with 50 litres of water, and 1/4 of this, about 200ml, goes in the cassette with about 5 litres of water. We then drove home for a few hours, which agitated the chemical, started the cleaning process, ready for the next day when we drained it all down, and then I started to disassemble the cassette, clean it, and lubricate the various seals.
All clean and dry.
Yeah. It smells.
It smells of nothing.
Sniff test.
Smells okay.
Could eat my dinner out of that. Could eat soup out of it.
Nice.
So I'll pick that up. I'm going to come onto here. Right. That's my little.
And what will this spray do?
It keeps the rubber, this lip seal, and the big O-ring and the O-ring around there. It keeps them lubricated so they don't dry out and crack. And if they're lubricated and spongy, they'll seal.
And the last of the washing. Last thing. Perfect. So we are at this lovely site in Oxford, just outside Oxford. We've been here, is this our
Third night.
third night? So we're going to show you around the campsite and tell you why we think it's a really lovely site.
We're here because we're en route now to the south coast, so we can go into Europe and start a 10-week trip.
Sunny days lift me up again, take me back to when I was a little.
So basic size, Elson Point chemical toilet disposal. It's just a manhole cover and a hose pipe, but it's as good as you get on any other site really. Recycling of bins and there's some fresh water, but other than that's all this site has. There's no shower, there's no toilet block, so you've got to be self-contained. But if you have a look about, it's a lovely place to be. Bird of prey just whizzing across there. That's a red cart, isn't it?
Difficult. I miss my life, the kind of life I used to live.
shows you metered kilowatt hours that you use. That's being charged out at 34 pence an hour. We reckon we're using maybe 10 kilowatt hours in 24 hours period, so it's about £3.40 a day. And access to water, so it's easy enough to top tanks up.
Morning rain, wash away my hurt. I don't know why life picks me up then lets me down. How did life become typical? Yeah. I miss my life, the kind of life I used to live. I miss the innocence, hanging on every word that I'm told. I never wanna grow old. Those times faded away. Now where are the sunny days? Sunny days.
So this morning we're heading into Oxford to Vets for Pets to get Buddy his animal health certificate. This isn't our normal vets, we've just, because we're in Oxford and we've had to get all the information sent down from our vets to the vets in Oxford. We don't know what it's going to be like, where we're going to park, we'll just see what happens.
How did life become so typical?
So that's Buddy, all done, animal health certificate sorted.
It's alright. Feel the rush of road and feel alive. Can you feel the
Starting a collection of places visited, although it's a bit incomplete because we haven't been able to get a sticker everywhere we've been, have we?
No.
But it's a fair reflection of what we did last trip and in some of the time we've been back at UK, so that'll grow in the next 10-11 weeks.
It's a good start.
What have we got here?
Carrots, onions, pepper, potatoes, tomatoes, courgettes.
Okay. And what have we got here?
We've got boar, goat. Well, I hope I've done justice. Right, first time eating goat.
Goat chop. It's good. Yeah.
It's supposed to be very low in cholesterol, is goat meat. That's really nice.